Hello, I'm Annette Benson, and I serve as the Senior Public Relations Consultant at the Center for Intercultural Learning, Mentorship, Assessment, and Research at Purdue University. I also serve as manager for the Intercultural Learning Hub. Today, I'd like to demonstrate for you how to upload an experiential tool that you have created yourself or adapted from someone else's work. In our definition, quite simply, experiential tools are teaching activities used in the classroom, at conferences, or for other co-curricular group activities. These might be something that are quite kinesthetic or something that is just used as a discussion prompt. So to submit an experiential tool to the Hubicle, first you would go to the Hubicle/toolbox. This is the easiest way to get there, or you could just go ahead and type that up here into the search bar. If you scroll down the left side of this page, you will see Create a Tool. We'll click that. And here you see all of the information that we ask for an experiential tool. So first of all, you're going to name the tool. And just to make it easy, I'm going to put new in here. This is not your name. This is the name that the title that you would like to give to your experiential tool. And since we are working in experiential tools, we're going to go ahead and click that. And then we're going to go over here to kinesthetic. If your activity involves people moving about in the space, then you would mark yes for kinesthetic. If people remain seated where they are, then you would select no. The second box includes duration, budget, and participant information. For the duration, select the approximate maximum time to perform the activity in hours and/or minutes. So since in general, a class time might be 50 minutes, I'm going to put that here. You also could just put in 1 hour if you so desired. You can put it in minutes, you could put it in hours. Other than typically accessible materials, such as a projector or paper or writing utensils, is there any cost for the facilitator to use the tool or purchase materials? If so, you would collect yes. But if it just uses things you already have around an office, typically, you would mark no. Then for the subgroup size, you will choose the best option for how you would divide participants into groups for this activity. In this activity, are you going to divide people into pairs, small groups, large group, or an entire group? In general, or to be more specific, I guess I should say, pairs, of course, is a group of 2. A small group would be a group of 3 to 6. A large group would be 7 to 18 people. And an entire group, if you mark entire group, that means that you do not intend to divide the group into subgroups. So for our example, I'm going to leave it at pairs. The third box includes the source information. So the source is where you found the tool or any resources you used to help you create it. The Hubicle prefers an APA citation here, but if you don't know how to do APA, you're an MLA person, etc., one of our team members is happy to create that source for you if you'll just put in the basic information. Next are the learning outcomes. Even for an activity that's an icebreaker, we expect that it would have learning objectives. We want everything in here to be designed for intercultural or global learning or learning along the lines of DEI, SJ, diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging, social justice. And so we ask that you do write learning outcomes. If you don't know Bloom's taxonomy, that is how we usually format all of these, is according to Bloom's taxonomy. If you don't know how to do that, just put in what you think the learning outcomes will be, and the Hubicle staff will format them appropriately. The reason I'm putting nonsense in there is because the system will not allow me to go on forward if I don't have something in each box. So once you have finished everything on this page, you'll need to click the Save and Continue button, which will take you to the Frameworks page. Here you can select any relevant attributes from the AAC&U rubric, the development continuum stages, and other skills that you want to teach or to improve in your students or participants. You also, on this page, can choose to leave things blank. On the next page, you'll see materials and notes. In the materials box, we list all items needed to complete the activity, even if it's as simple as paper and pen, both for the facilitator and the participants, if applicable. So if the facilitator needs something to do this activity, it goes in the box. If the participant needs something, it also goes in the box. In addition to the materials for the activity, consider any preparation the facilitator would need to make ahead of time and the room or space needed to complete the activity. And you would also put those in the materials box. In the notes box, please provide any additional strategies or information for other facilitators to know what to expect when using the tool. Click Save and Continue when finished. Next is the links page. Links can bring users to relevant readings or other supplemental materials for the activity. To submit a link, you also need to include a short title or description in the text box. This is what will actually show up on the website, hyperlinked to the URL. If you have more than one of the links, you can add link and you'll end up with several rows of these text URLs as long as you keep pressing add link. There is no limit to how many links you can add as long as they're relevant to that activity. So when finished, you click Save and Continue. This is a space to include any materials that you've created for the tool, such as a handout or activity instructions. The downloads will accept documents in PDF, JPEG, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. To upload a file, you simply click anywhere in this square, or you can drag and drop your file from a folder on your computer. Then click Continue once you're finished. The next page is Related Tools, which includes a list of all the tools in the toolbox. You can select any tool from the toolbox that is similar or related to your activity. If you're selecting multiple tools, make sure you hold down the Control key if you're using a PC and the Command key if you're using a Mac. This will allow you to choose more than one in the list. You can also choose to leave this page blank and let a Hubble staff member fill it in for you, since we are much more aware of the 700 other tools in the toolbox and what might be related to your tool. In general, a related tool is something that is similar to your tool or something that might be used before or after your tool to make a more complete lesson plan. Finally, the last page is Tags. Here you can select any relevant labels to help users find your tool. Just like with the related tools, hold down the Control or Command key to select multiple tags. The tags allow the user to search in many more ways than I've shown you so far for your tool. So, for example, here's also a list of the tags if you'd like to see them, the recently used ones and the top used ones. So once you have filled in all of that information, you now have a new tool. What happens next? Well, the Intercultural Learning Hub curation team will receive your tool on the back end. We'll look it over, fill in the blanks, fill in maybe the formatting you didn't know, help with learning objectives, all those things that I said along the way that we would help with. And then we'll return it to you and say, so these are the changes, these are the updates, these are the upgrades we made to your tool. Do you agree? And if you do, I go to the back side, it's a big moment, and I click Publish. And then everyone who is an Intercultural Learning Hub member will be able to see your tool. Thank you. I hope this was informative for you. If I can answer any questions, please contact me at Silmar, CILMAR at purdue.edu, and I'll be happy to clarify. Thanks so much.